smoke the weed. Who won't fuck with me? No, I feel like G.
It's Christmas Eve, 2024. I just got through prepping my food for my family tomorrow. I'm a chef boy. I did tomorrow on the grill. And we're gonna cook up some Omaha steaks, you know what I'm saying? I got me some of them good cuts. Thanks, Mom, I appreciate you. Mom sent me a box, she knows I like it. So I had my own that I ordered. Just so happens that it was coincidentally ordered at the same time, so she knew what I was thinking. Thank you, I love you. And but I popped in here to talk about offering opinions, right? So I was on my way home one day last week. I was talking to an associate friend, co-worker, right? And this individual commenced to tell me, oh man, that's your new bike? And I was like, yeah. And he was talking about the Indian right there. That's Casper back there, if you don't know. Yeah, I know I got a Harley shirt on, but yeah, I love them both. What can I say, right? I was on both of them today. So anyway, my thing was, I was getting ready to get on my new bike and go home. And he starts to offer his opinion about how he felt about motorcycles. And I'm not a beer drinking buddy with this guy, nothing like this, but we're cool enough where he could talk, and I'm not gonna stifle anyone's opinion, Well, anyway, he gets to talking about how it's, his uncle did this and his uncle did that, and he was unsafe, at the time with him on the back of a motorcycle, and it put up extreme fear in him. I get it, 100%, right? But I'm about to get on the highway, about to go home to my family, and that's what you put in my head as I ride home. Me personally, I don't appreciate that. And that's not just for him. I mean, I love him. I ain't got no beef with that guy, but it's just for anybody. This message is really for non-riders. This message is for those who basically decide, they're interested and they're curious. And so I'm here to offer you some advice, right? If you have a friend who is riding motorcycles, don't tell them bad stuff before they're about to get on the bike. The whole point of getting on the bike is to clear your head, to clear your mind, right? It's called wind therapy. That's what we call it. I got a sticker on my helmet that says, you never see a motorcycle outside of a therapist's office. That's the point of riding. It's not just mere transportation. For some it may be, right? The little cruiser bikes or whatever they get around town. But for most of us, it's about therapy. It's about getting out there and getting that thing off of our brain. So I would ask you to be more considerate about what you put in people's head, because subconsciously they may ride with that on their head, their heart, and they may not be concentrating on the road and their safety like they should be. Nobody really cares about the opinion of others when it comes to riding a motorcycle. Real riders understand the inherent dangers that come with riding a motorcycle. We don't have a cage around us. We don't have, all the protective airbags and stuff that most cars have. The weather is a factor. Oil slicks. We're on 2 wheels as opposed to 4. We know all of the drama, right? We know what comes with it. So I only say this to say, if you don't mind, please don't say that to people as they're getting ready to get on the motorcycle. It's rather irritating. I was talking with a guy at the store today. I just happened to pull up. My wife wanted me to go grab her a cookie or something from Starbucks that she likes. I was like, baby, I grab that for you. I jump off the bike. I see this guy. He's like, oh, man, that's a nice bike. Oh, I could never do that. Man, that's more like a motorcycle. Really? You don't even know me, guy, and you're talking about motorcycles. Like, now, I know he didn't mean anything about it. I know it wasn't intentional, but I would suggest that if you're not a rider, then, keep those negative thoughts to yourself when people are coming and going. Because at the end of the day, it's about wind therapy. And that's the last thing somebody wants to have on their mind, is a conversation they had with some stranger or even a friend that says, hey, man, that's dangerous. Man, we know it's dangerous. We know it's dangerous. But inherently, it's something we have to do. It's something we call to do. So respect that. Anyway, I'm a rookie. I already feel like, I got a ton of learning to do with the bike. So hearing stuff like that, I mean, that's not going to shake me, but, another rookie might get shook by it. I rode from Savannah, Georgia to Phoenix, Arizona, just to see the country and to visit my mom, right? Let me tell you something. I feel like that was one of the best experiences I ever had in my life. And not one time did I think about having an accident or, somebody running me off the road. Now, I was cautious and I watched people and I stayed my distance and kept out there and made sure all of my insurances and everything were up to date. But at the end of the day, this is not what I was thinking about. So don't put that in someone's head. It might be the last time you speak to them. Because you know what? Tomorrow is not promised. We get it. And if that was the day that God calls, please don't be the last thing you said to your friend. Man, I would never ride that motorcycle. They kill you. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, I'm just putting that out there as a PSA, as a friendly reminder that this is a hobby that people do to free themselves. It's about freedom, right? Yeah, I rock Harley Davidson shirts and ride Harleys. I'm riding Indians and doing what I do. But at the end of the day, it's not a fad. It's not about being in a club. I'm not affiliated with anybody. I'm not associating. I might ride with people who are affiliated. I might hang out with folks who, call themselves an organization. But I'm not in one of those. However, we all have one thing in common. We love to ride. I would do this every day of the week if I could, right? I would. If I could go out every day of the week and ride, I would. If I can go on a trip every week, I would. But real life has to take over. I got to pay for this bad boy here. So I got to get to work, right? But anyway, I appreciate you listening. I hope that you don't take offense to this. And this wasn't meant to down anybody who doesn't ride motorcycles. Just keep in mind that the people you love and the people that you like and are friendly with, they do it because they're trying to be better for themselves and they're clearing themselves. It's their way to speak to their deity. That speak to God, right? That's what we do. I appreciate it. Do me a favor. Please like, subscribe, or comment. Go ahead and gas up and enjoy the ride.